Qin Feng introduced himself to Qin Xiaoyou and her group. He said, "Hello Qin Xiaoyou, I am Shadow." She stared, mesmerized. So handsome, she just loved strong people like this. What a pity he was a Daxia pig. Why did such a strong man have to come from Daxia? Damn Daxia, they did not deserve him. Xenophobia, meet extreme cognitive dissonance. One of her companions gasped at the damage numbers over 40,000. Was this the strength of the world's #1 ranked player? He greeted Shadow enthusiastically. Then they got instantly killed by damage from weak point attacks. Qin Feng did not understand what they were saying, but he bet they were cursing him. Qin Xiaoyou clarified that they were not cursing him, they were greeting him. He apologized and suggested that in the future, to avoid unnecessary misunderstandings, it was best to speak the Daxia language here. Language lesson from an invisible assassin. Priceless. He told them to begin the transaction. Then he added a request. Before that, put your clothes on properly. Qin Xiaoyou asked where Qin Feng's head was. She thought to herself that this shadow was truly a monstrous anomaly, but she really liked it. Qin Feng replied, "Here it can't be brought into the game, but if you're willing, I can show it to you in real life." She said it was okay. She had already seen Shadow's strengths. She believed he would not lie to her. She transferred 1,500 days of tradable lifespan, trusting the man who just killed a dozen of her associates. A bold strategy. He said he was leaving. She called him back. She proposed a long-term cooperation. She had strength. She had money. Could they work together? She had a new assassination target. If he was interested, how about coming to her place tonight? Whatever his needs were, she would satisfy them. He asked who needed to be assassinated and how much the reward was. She insisted on talking face to face. The reward would be several times more generous than this time. Tonight, at the port of the magic capital, she would wait for him. She offered to pick him up on her yacht. An invitation from a woman who wanted to recruit, seduce, or trap him. Possibly all three. Back at the statue, the authorities' players were revived. Qin Xiaoyou's subordinate cursed. Damn Shadow. He knew Shadow would betray the official side. On the inside he claimed success. Qiqi had successfully teamed up with Shadow. This way, he would receive Shishi's reward. That bunch of idiots in Zhenghai City, who constantly associated with Shadow, they would have to give an explanation. He instructed Lin Qingyu to take everyone to get their lifespan. There might be more action later, she agreed. Treason, celebrated like a promotion. Lin Qingyu, or her in-game name Evening Rain, wondered if Shadow had really colluded with Spade A. If that was truly the case, even if it meant death, they must find a way to eliminate Shadow. She also admitted that the gap between them and Shadow was actually that big. She had not even seen Shadow before she was killed. Fear and resignation, the appropriate responses. That night, Qin Feng arrived at the magic capital port. He walked and faced with a group of guards. He announced himself to the guards. "I am Shadow. I'm here to find Spade A." The guard recognized him and said Miss had been waiting for a long time. "Please come in." The guard then radioed that Shadow had arrived, prepared to set sail. Qin Xiaoyou greeted him warmly, saying they finally met. She commented that she could not believe he was still so mysterious in real life. The hood stayed on. The mystery remained. He asked directly, who did she want to kill? She laughed and said he had no sense of romance at all. It was rare to have such a beautiful view and such a beautiful woman. "Let's not talk about those boring things for now. Come, let's have a drink first, for tonight's spring night." She poured him a drink, laced presumably with something that would make him obedient. Qin Feng drank. She watched eagerly. Then she pushed Qin Feng to a conveniently placed couch. Then she asked if Shadow felt anything. That glass of wine contained her secret exclusive formula. Anyone who drank it would obediently listen to her. Shadow was ultimately a man. She laughed, impressed by his magnificence. She told him not to be nervous, just relax. When they reached the peak, she would reveal his hood and then properly admire his face. She believed he must be incredibly handsome. For now, let's keep it a mystery. Then the effects hit her instead. She gasped, "Oh my god, Greatsha actually had such a magnificent man, as expected of Shadow." She moaned and writhed, feeling a burning sensation. Shadow awkwardly said he felt it, a burning sensation. He was close. She begged Shadow to come out quickly and she was ready. Then Shadow exploded on Qin Xiaoyou. However, it was not a feeling she was expecting. Instead of liquid, fire covered her entire being. Suddenly another person appeared next to Qin Xiaoyou and grabbed her necklace. He observed. A body-protecting crystal pendant, gold grade, general accessory. It granted 1 layer of damage immunity shield every 300 seconds. He had not expected her to have such a good item. It saved her from death. Party trick failed. Backup plan triggered. She looked up, disoriented. "Qin Feng, why are you here? Weren't you killed by Shadow?" He answered calmly. "There is of course only one reason. I am Shadow." Her face went pale. You are Shadow. Then who is he?" The hood revealed opened. A figure entered. It was the devout follower, the summoned silver tier creature from the Pendant of the Faithful. The loyal follower Happy Edition. It shambled forward, letting out a low moan. The drink worked, just not on the intended target. the decoy, the distraction, the final piece of the trap.
Hope you enjoyed the recap. Smash that like button if you did, and subscribe for more. See you next time.